Hey, Tuesday. What's going on? Happy Tuesday to you. So the big question, are you tired of counting calories? Are you tired of counting calories? It's my question for you. Isn't it exhausting? Isn't it a lot of effort, a lot of work? Listen, my name is Mark Avens. I'm the creator of the Lean Body Breakthrough. It is a coaching program, an online coaching program designed specifically for moms and dads who are looking to lose weight without long workouts, pay attention here, or impossible diets. And I don't know about you, but I can tell you one other thing that's impossible about dieting, let's just say dieting, we'll put that in a very broad category, is counting calories. Oh, there's nothing. And now I'm speaking now, listen, if you're 20 years old and you're trying to get, you're trying to get the digits and you're trying to get a spouse and you're trying to, get dates and that sort of thing, and you have nothing but yourself to worry about, then okay, maybe go ahead, and if you're overweight, go ahead and count calories, because you got really nothing else to do unless you're counting, how many dates you have. But let's just talk. This message is more for my moms and dads. The ones that are over 40. Why say over 40? That's who my program's specifically designed for. And that's typically just because the season of life that I'm in, being at 47. And I can tell you over the years, time and time again, it hasn't changed, right? A calorie is a calorie. But it also hasn't changed that calorie counting just doesn't work. Now, you can throw a fancy title on it and call it macro counting and say, oh, no, we're just looking at our macros, our proteins and our carbs and our fats. And yes, and I get that. And I understand, right? I understand all that stuff. But here's what I'm talking to. I want to just kind of dial in this message. Let's see if we can dial in the message to you busy moms and dads over 40. You're trying to figure out this whole life thing right now. Your kids are home. They might not go back to school. Your jobs are crazy. Your work is crazy. Maybe your family time and vacation time and summer and all that's all thrown up in the air, right now. You don't even know. It's like throwing it up in the air and then running for cover, right? Who the heck has time to count calories? So if you're tired of counting calories, congratulations. You pretty much are in the 100% category of people who are tired of counting calories. And you can call it points, you can call it macros, counting. At the end of the day, it's just not sustainable. It truly is not sustainable. Even the macros, you want to carry around a scale with you all the time. It's not sustainable. Now, listen, if you have a specific goal, if you want to be like a bodybuilder, you're trying to compete for, to be on the stage and do a pose down or that, I get it. You might need to dial it in a little bit more specific. You want to be kind of the expert at that. I understand. But just for the average mom and dad, I'm talking to you. If this sounds like you, if you're that parent, 40, even if you're in 30s, right? I know it's even harder, honestly, before you're 40, because your kids are younger if you have kids and your kids are eating, and maybe you have everything dialed in and you're going on MyFitnessPal and you have your points, maybe you're measuring, you check how many calories you burn on your smartphone or on your smartwatch or your Fitbit, and you're looking at, okay, I did this many calories, and you're putting in all your food, and then your kids, and then, oh, you forgot. Your kids didn't finish that piece of pizza, so you're like, I'll just finish that off. I don't want it to go to waste. Does that sound familiar? Or it's like, okay, a glass of wine is only, 120 calories or something. That means I can have I'm going to get the biggest glass out of my cabinet, and I'm going to pour the biggest glass of wine, and it's still going to be 120 calories. No, it's not, unless you're going to exactly measure out the amount. And who in their right mind has the time to count calories again? And what ends up happening, I see it time and time again, what ends up happening is you quit on the point system, you quit on the macro counting, you quit on calorie counting, and you quit. And unfortunately, again, and this message isn't for me to get mad at you, there is a better way. You don't have to count calories anymore. In fact, not only do I not make my students make them not count calories, they don't count macros, they don't count points. Yes, they do have to watch. It doesn't mean you can just shovel in anything you want in your face. But it doesn't mean you have to count every single calorie because it's not realistic. There's got to be a little bit of flexibility. There's got to be an understanding in that. We're going to have, there's a birthday party. I'm going to enjoy that cake. I'm going to enjoy that wine. Okay. All right. Do you want to count those calories? Or let's just say you go out of town on vacation, although we're not probably doing much of that right now. Maybe you're in lockdown and somebody gave you got food delivered. You got it taken in. Somebody dropped it off, right? They have their gloves and they have the mask and they drop off the food at your door, DoorDash or whatever you call it, Uber Eats. And then you're eating your food, but you don't really know what went into it. Now they might say on the calories on the menu, but you think that a restaurant is going to take the time to measure out every single thing and tell you exactly how many calories? No, it's not sustainable. It isn't sustainable for a restaurant to do. It's not sustainable for you to do. And if you're a busy parent, chances are, even before lockdown and coronavirus, you were more busy. Even then, now I say you're even more busy now, having to adjust and shift and change your schedules all around. Like the last thing you want to do is to have to punch in exactly how many calories you're eating. There is a better way. There is a better way. And I actually happen to know that better way. And why? Because it's worked for me in my journey. You see, when you can understand and look at the size of the portions that you're eating, there's more flexibility. If you can understand, yes, it's important to understand healthy and whole foods and knowing that you're getting enough of the healthy foods and less of the junky foods. That's really the step that you need to take if you want a sustainable approach. Now, if you want to keep counting calories, if that's worked for you, by all means, just keep counting calories. That's to me, that's more or less like being bound, kind of if you will, in handcuffs to having to measure out. And if you're busy, chances are your life's super busy. You don't have the extra time. You want to spend that extra time enjoying life with your family, or maybe spending that time getting in your workout. Think about if you only had 20 or 30 minutes in a day for you. Do you want to spend 10 or 20 minutes counting your calories? No. And then getting upset with yourself because then you realize, ooh, I went a little overboard. And gosh, I was supposed to stick to 2,000 calories and I'm not even going to write it down because it was more like 4,000 calories. And what that means, then I can't eat anything tomorrow. No, that's not what it means. It means you got to get away from the calorie count. You got to get away from the macro counting. You don't need all that stuff. It just makes it more complicated. Simplify, simplify, simplify. How do you do it? Well, I've just been in this industry just a little while. I happen to be in it for about 25 years. Kind of know a thing or two. I've worked with people. I've done calorie counting with people. I've done the macro counting with people. And I realize that they're all good tools. They can all work, but they're not sustainable and they're not truly flexible. Oh, no, Mark. But here, these are my points. I'm allowed these points. In fact, if I eat this, I know I can have a lot of points if I only eat this stuff. That's no way to live. It truly is missing out on what life's about, enjoying good food, enjoying time with maybe your family and your friends, and enjoying a glass of wine or enjoying a piece of cake and not stressing over every single calorie. And there's a way to do it. And you see, I figured that out. And not only have I figured it out for my own health and fitness journey, I've helped several others. In fact, this year I'm on a pursuit to help over 1,000 people in their health and fitness journey, some to lose weight, a lot of them to lose weight. But in that process is to help teach them what they need to do and what they don't need to do. And one of the things they don't need to do is to count calories anymore. It's time to chuck your calorie counter or your MyFitnessPal that you got to type in and measure it all out. Yes, it's very important to track, because if you don't track, then you're just guessing. And I'm not saying to guess, but when you have plan and you have structure in your day and you understand the direction you want to go for sustainable results. Do you just want to lose weight? You can lose weight pretty much calorie counting and doing any other stuff. You can lose weight on any diet. Somebody asked me this morning. I was in a meeting. They was like, what's the best thing to lose weight in your diet? I was like, any of those things can lose weight. But if you want a realistic but sustainable approach, the key is sustainability, right? I think we've all learned that through this coronavirus and lockdown is we need to be sustainable, right? Maybe self-sustainable. I got a tower garden growing. Maybe that's one of the steps you take. But in essence, you want things that are going to be manageable with your life and your lifestyle, and calorie counting sure the heck is not in that category at all. So listen, if you want more information, hit me up with a private message. My name is Mark Avens. I'm the creator of the Lean Body Breakthrough. Oh, it's such a breath of fresh air when I see new students come in and they have their breakthrough and they say, I can't believe it. I don't have to count calories anymore. It's amazing. I feel the freedom. And listen, I want you to have the freedom as well. And I know I'm not the right fit, and chances are probably not the right fit for you. If you want a solution and you want to see if we're the right fit, go ahead and pop down. I'm going to add the link to hop on my schedule, just answer a couple of questions, and to see if we'd be a good fit, we'll hop on a quick call and we'll talk about where you're at, where you're struggling, and we'll see what obstacles are getting in the way, and let's see about if it's maybe calorie counting might be one of those obstacles getting in the way of you being your absolute best. But in order for us to know that, you need to pop down, answer a couple of questions, and then hop on a quick call with me. That's it. Hope you have a blessed day. Take care. We'll see you.